Okay. I want to check out a music video, It's interesting. Ozzy Osbourne, Dreamer. Okay, so Satan, all your angels are women. A life of fantasy. Do you realize the initial thought of fantasy comes from an absence of reality? You're empty inside. You want to steal a dream. You want to crush people's dreams and take that energy and create the manifestations of your own reality. Well, you want to get into witchcraft. I seen the whole sky, not the whole sky, but let's say a 20th of the sky full of women flying on broomsticks, cackling, preparing for Armageddon, I see this with my third eye, I think, right? So, I seen these witches, and then I seen them walking. I don't know, where this stuff manifests, how do I see that? I don't see it with my eyes, I see it with my mind. So there's a division. There's definitely a division. There's multiple divisions amongst the kingdom of Satan. All of Satan's true followers are women. And I've seen these witches walking, and they have this, it's Indian. I don't know what sect of Indian, but it goes back, and they got this ritual of someone else has to do it to you to create these kind of witch. They cut the body up in a specific pattern. It's ritualistic suicide. And, the keys of death, right? They come back. What's Pearl Jam say? The wicked control the world. So, Satan's world, the God of the world. These women, submission, right? So, they cut their legs off, and they hollow out the body. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. They don't have any eyes. A wide-legged woman ain't got no soul. You look in their eye region, and you see their kingdom, but it goes off on a 45-degree angle in their eyes. Their eyes, they're always looking to the side. And you go in their kingdom, you can see trees back there, their house and whatever. But Satan gives people kingdoms. He said to Jesus, take a look at all these kingdoms of the world. I could give you all this. Just bow down and worship me. They can float around, dude. That's how they stalk, they... Hold on. Person. How you doing? So they can just stalk, float from body to body. I don't know how it works exactly for everyone, depending on your level of consciousness. I've already pictured into it. I could, what did I say to Satan? Rah, rah, rah. I am. Hecatera. So what did that really mean? I was really upset that night. I am the darkest evil. And I could do greater things than you. The golden shepherd, what did he say in Ezekiel? I'm going to be the shepherd of Jesus' flock. What does that mean? I hate to just think I'm God, but it's weird. I don't know. But when I was David, go back and this magic is deep. I abstracted myself from myself. And like when I said, that entity came behind me, that was the first microchip, embraced the back of my head, I left it out of my body. So what I really got from that was that I came to myself in the future. So there's this symbol, okay? You take a circle and you draw 3 crooked lines, curling. See, my finger won't show up. Okay, curling to the left, like a claw, and it's a 666. And then the other one goes the other way. That's the left hand. And there's a circle, 3 claws, and there's a dot in the middle. It's the evil eye. And I have those in my hands. I spent a week communicating with the Charles Manson appearance of Satan, and he's like, construct your body, right? Well, someone hacked in, like, I constructed a couple women's bodies. I constructed my body, right? And I did a lot of shit to myself. And he was writing, he had a feather pen, Look into Willie White Feather. Okay? He was writing it in the wind. And this shit's going into the future. You watch the movie The Brood. Brood. I believe that's the movie. Maybe not. There's another one. There's a lot of vampire movies. But money so vastly in the future. I really look deep into this shit. And money turns out to be abstracted from society. Money becomes life in a vampiric society, and the world becomes animated by the cinematics of technology. The whole world, like holographic projection. And I ain't gonna make it that far, but I look deep, and when I talk, those things fly out. They're like spiraling drones, and they cut like razor blades. And And I feed off people just by having a superior intellect. Money. They say knowledge is power. But those witches, let me tell you something about witchcraft. This shit is really interesting. So, like a cult. You want to get into the definition of cult. It's called eat me, drink me. So, what did Jesus say? Eat my flesh, drink my blood, you live forever. You know, choose to follow me. You live forever. That's an acceptance, a dedication. You know, when you consume, like I consume Zani. Now I'm Zani. I entered into her, the Black Cat, and then I entered into Loki, or King Herod, Moses, Antoine Lavey. What did he say? I'm gonna run off with this girl in the night. So, you know, you want to steal from Satan? Well, it's an effective pride in the entire divided kingdom. You know, you get a lot of power, and you're not a good person, and you take and you try to conquer. You know, there's no love. But when you let me see. Well, anyways, so when you start a cult, let me say I chop my pinky off, right? And I feed it to this rat. I chop my ring finger off, and I feed it to a seagull. I chop my middle finger off, and I feed it to a snake. I chop my pointer finger off, and I feed it to an owl. I chop my thumb off, and I feed it to a frog. You just keep going. You know, that's mysterious. A lot of things have already been done. And, well, you go into that Satan, the process of this, the hollowing out of and they bury these witches in prisons under pine trees. And, in this region. And, Christmas, Santa Claus, you know, fucking Odin, and wherever you're at, you know, there's different gods. So, I gotta stop smoking this thing. It's making me sick. So, you know what's in vape? It's fucking semen. I'm not kidding. I don't know how these things are. Well, it's witchcraft. Things are connected to different devices, and they have different things attached to them. You know, you hear people like snorting and shit, and they don't even do cocaine. You know what they're snorting on? They're snorting fucking cum. So I've talked to my great grandma. She's a really old witch. She's like, you should eat your cum, snort it. She did this spell on my fucking nutsack, dude, and they killed my left nut, for real. And I come out the right side, it goes through the left and out. And, she had me do this weird shit, like mixing elements with my cum, and all that shit goes into it, and like, okay, fuck it. Well, my cum tastes like cocaine. I don't know. It's not good. They're doing all these fucking weird spells. That's alchemy. Alchemic witchcraft. Mixed it with soap. And I did spells with pharmaceuticals. And I connected things in a lot of different ways. I made this room. Well, I didn't say that. I made this room while I was locked up. And I found a lot of sorcery. And the room number was 111. 11's the number of Lucifer. And it was an evil cell. If I didn't sweep the cell every day, it would get really terrifying in there. That's where I stepped off the earth, and that was the edge. It was the exact place where the pigs flew off the earth, the edge of the earth, the cliff. But I seen weird shit. You can walk up walls. It's all in the mind. They can walk fucking 360-degree spirals off a wall. You've seen like the parkour where they flip off trees. Okay. These energies, man. And the guy walked. It was actually Dave Mustaine. He was, ooh. And the guy walked into this pit, and there was little babies in there. You know where babies are when they're in a mother's womb? They're in hell, and they're being what do you think? Why do you think they just cry all the time? They're being like bound up and shit by demons. She's a dwelling place for demons. She's a cage for every unclean spirit. That's in Revelation too. Avenge 77777 Cain? 7? FEMA? From what? I'm evil? I'm evil? The mark, I'm evil. American evil. American devil. An American witch. Rob Zombie. What is that movie? Devil's Rejects. Run, rabbit! Run, rabbit, run! This shit is horrible. It's real. But wait, I have nothing to fear but fear itself. How about this? Fear is a manipulation, and knowledge is an inspiration. Look at Jim Jones. Well, I don't know how you want to picture that. That's different. They went out like cowards. You know, they took fucking sleeping pills or whatever. They're poison. Okay. Oh, that's something else I was going to add. See, there's some affiliates that don't like what I'm doing. Those are like the higher ranking individuals and kings and queens and whatever you call yourself. But the lower ranking individuals, they like it. So, well, you're not nice to your people, you know? Well, you're my friend. You're my friend. You're nice, you know? You do what I want. You get me the things I want. Things are good for the time. What does this say? Got money, I'll do anything for you. Got money, I'll go dancing on the backs of the bruised. Got money's not one to choose. So this blood. Ugh. Whoa. Oh, jeez. Two kids playing those. Kids' pianos. Yeah. So, well, let me tell you something about Satan. Like, he doesn't like what I'm doing because what is that? It's not a person. Oh, it's a bot on the kid's toy. Okay, so follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Because of the wonderful things he does. Okay, so yeah, I did sorcery. You can do it backwards, you know. You can talk backwards. I can. That's feeding. You know, feeding sorcery. I can rip things out of people, and I got to the point where I was. I could cast like fireballs. I could bind the spell up into my mouth and spew it out. You know, just talking in both directions. You know, talking in both directions. You know, just that room is whew. So okay, where was I at? Yeah, Satan doesn't like that. So what I'm doing, because particularly because there's such a division in your world. You know, you're such an asshole, and then you got all these kings, these queens, these princes and princesses, and all these different things, and they're What is the worst enemy you can have? An enemy. And people are going to sprout up. And vengeance is just calling. So this lawlessness, these people are just pissed. And they know things vastly, I would guess, most of them at least, know things vastly superior to my intellect at this time. And they can read my words, and they can see things that just, you want to play a game of cards? You know what that is? That's a divination. Let me tell you this. Just because you lose a game of cards doesn't mean you lost. Just because you win a game of cards doesn't mean you won. And people gamble, right? That's necromancy. You want to pick up some lottery tickets? You want to scratch them off? You want to rip into someone's grave? Wow, man. This shit is kind of fascinating, So, why was I excluded from the Pharisees, right? Why was I called upon by the Lord after the crucifixion as Paul? I'm worse than you, Satan. But I guess let me look into this. This is really seriously interesting. Oh, it's really seriously bad. Let me think. I gotta go over here in the dark. This is weird. Hey, this is really something I gotta know. No, I'm not gonna listen to that. God doesn't choose people for their powers. I'm hearing a lot of things. The choices you make are the prosperity of your desire. What does that mean? I was judged righteous. I never broke the law. When I was a Pharisee, I never broke the law. You know how powerful that is. I'm a dedicated individual. And none of you are. Enemies. Satan's not dedicated to you. You're not dedicated to Satan. So I have true desire. Did I think I was pure? Well, I had that girlfriend back in 2001. This chick tried to tempt me. She was like, let me suck your dick. I was like, no. I got a girlfriend. That was when I was younger, when I was pure fire, just then I realized that all women cheat. It's not cheating. They're it is and it isn't. They're cheating Satan, but they have the dedication to Satan, so they collect the semen, but their wishes are dedicated to themselves. You want to leave your mark on society. Oh, it's so sad. I hate to see your dreams crushed, but you don't hate to see mine crushed. So it's just this dreams. You might say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Someday you will join us, and the world we live as one. Yeah, well, raising an army, and this mark, I'm evil. What did Satan say directly to me? Is people don't sell their souls anymore; they just rent them out. They just rent them out. When you sell your soul, that means you were, you look at that video, Ozzy Osbourne Dreamer. These women, there ain't too many of them. Charles Manson, what do you have? He had some women back there, and I've met these women, slept with them, and what did Charles Manson say? My children are coming. My children. He wanted me, but they didn't want me in a good way. They wanted to turn me into this. It happened for a while, They injected me with this thing, with a syringe, and they raped my blood, and against my will, and I had some weird things, and I was dying, and I kept waking up. I was fighting. Lights flying in and out of my eyes, like fire, and Satan raping me, and I kept fighting it, and then I kept waking up, getting shocked back in and out of life, and I was talking in these weird demonic tongues and shit. You want to know what the Beast of Revelation does? Because that's projected out there, Donald Trump. And oh Jesus, agonizingly dreadful, to just just keep talking like that, it's worse than that. What's it? What was that? I'm trying to translate what I just said. The blood will all go to Satan. So, well, some New Age people, these witches, and oh, jeez. I mean, a guy can practice witchcraft, but a woman is a natural witch. They've been carved up by Satan. There's angels. You know, what they say, make any image of the heavens or the earth. No engraven images. So, the Dome of the Rock, you're just gonna make an image of the sun and it's in the shape of a baby's bottle? Blah bottle? Beelzebub? So, gold. They say you don't worship the temple that makes things holy, but you worship the gold. Pharisees, Matthew 23 or 24, somewhere in there. And, these Pharisees, right? That's the hospital, dude. And it's well, I guess maybe it was back then, like exorcism, and it was more intense back then, more sophisticated. But now it's so evil, you go in a hospital, the cleaner things are like that, it's really disgusting. What do they call them? Whitewashed tombs full of dead men's bones. Cannibals, and full of violence and blood, guts, and flesh, and they're clean on the outside, and they appear beautiful to the unopened eyes. Oh, witchcraft. Are you gonna choose? Witchcraft are you gonna choose? Because it's all witchcraft. Everything you do is witchcraft. There's people out there that don't even think they're a witch. They think they're a Christian, maybe. And they got like an altar in their house. They're just doing these things subconsciously. They don't understand, or unconsciously, and they don't understand. A woman can't dream. What they say, living the dream. I live in the dream. Mind control.